Did you know that the global coffee industry exists because a goat ate the wrong berry and then lost its mind on top of a mountain? The Weird History of Coffee, featuring goat parties. I'm Cade with The Village Coffee, and I'm giving you the unreasonably dramatic history of this little bean. It involves monks, bands, smuggling, and yes, goats. The chaotic history of the coffee bean is basically the exact opposite of American coffee culture today and all of the beautiful things that cafes have brought to American coffee culture. Let's set the scene. It's Ethiopia, around the 9th century. A goat herder named Kaldi notices his goats are eating these red cherries, and they're a little bit more energetic than normal. Naturally, he joins them and starts eating the cherries too. Kaldi gets wired. He takes it to some monks. The monks, not so impressed. The monks call it the devil's fruit. He literally discovers coffee, brings it to the wisest people he knows, and they reject him. Of course, the monks cave in eventually. They started to see the benefits of what the devil's fruit could do. From Ethiopia, coffee travels to Yemen by the 1400s. Mystics began drinking it for religious rituals. By the 1500s, coffee houses start blowing up in cities like Mecca, Istanbul, and all parts in the Middle East. Inside, people debated politics, shared poetry, met with friends, kind of like a modern coffee house today, minus the things that we do now. Of course, the powers that be weren't too thrilled about this. People congregating, getting caffeinated, sharing their thoughts, opinions, and disagreements. They banned coffee houses multiple times, worried that a revolution might occur. And well, they weren't wrong. Then coffee snuck into Europe in around the 1600s. People freaked out immediately. Some called it demonic, some called it medication. The Pope was asked to literally taste test it to see if it should be approved for Catholic consumption. Luckily for us, the Pope approved. By the 1700s, London had hundreds of coffee houses. They called them penny universities. Pay a penny, get a coffee, and access an endless stream of debates, ideas, and rumors. Once Europe got hooked, the coffee wars began. The Dutch smuggled coffee into Indonesia, the French smuggled some into the Caribbean, Brazil had an all-out heist to get theirs. At this point, coffee was no longer a drink or considered the devil's fruit. It was a currency. Empires traded with it and went to war over it. Meanwhile, kings in their kingdoms started banning coffee. They believed it made their people think too much. Fast forward to today, we drink about 2 billion cups of coffee around the world. It's the second most traded commodity, right after oil. Entire cultures, economies, and revolutions have been powered by this stuff. All thanks to one curious, hungry, 9th century Ethiopian goat. So the next time you're sipping on some bean juice, remember, you're part of a centuries-long tradition of staying up a little too late and thinking a little too hard. Thanks for coming along on this brief overview of the history of coffee. I'm Cade with The Village Coffee. I'm a specialty coffee roaster. I make content here on YouTube about coffee, fun coffee things, ideas. Subscribe to stay up to date with The Village Coffee. Remember, it takes a village and great coffee.